Hi guys, the world's become a smaller place, getting your help from way over there, so thank you very much for doing what you can to help us out with this older MEP. We've traded it, sold a new one and traded this one. It's done over 4,500 hours, but it's still in really good condition. It's come to us and we're not sure. We assumed that it had these faults and the previous owner didn't disclose them to us. The wee pump for the vice open and closes had these two hydraulic hoses replaced, so possibly they could have been around the wrong way. One of our young men has done some work on it as well as me. When I first powered it up, I couldn't get the controller to work very well. It was kept on saying that the blade was jammed in bits and pieces, and he ended up starting on it at a later date, and then noticed that with the phase direction, the blade speed would go the same way even if the phases were swapped over, but the controller itself was giving all sorts of trouble when the phase was, the wiring supply phase was in one direction, but when it was in a different phase direction, the controller worked properly then. What was confusing for us was we were setting the phase up, so when you pushed the open vice, it would actually open the vice. But unfortunately what it meant, when we got the phases right, when it opened the vice or closed it, basically what it meant was the phase power to this controller was wrong and it wouldn't work properly. So what he did was swap the hydraulic pipes over to this vice. And then later on he seemed to think that it might have been the phase wiring to that particular motor that opened and closed that vice. But anyway, long story short, in the semi-auto function, it's working correctly, so I'll show you that function and you'll see that it's working correctly in regards to the opening and closing of the vice, etc. I'll take you to the parameters just so you can see whether I've got them correct or not. Hopefully you can see that. So we've got English there. Next one, shark. This is actually on the name tag it's got duty, but this is like a Lux control setup. These two here don't work. So anyway, that says that it's the, you'll hopefully be able to read that. Next one, vice opening time 15, inverter yes, first speed yes, 40, second speed 90, minimum blade tension 600, FCTI down 150, manual speed head cylinder 150, breakdown speed 8 cylinder 170, head position, the young fella's set the head position, so hopefully that's right. So that is that. So I'll start that up and put that into a manual cycle. Now at the moment it shows the vice being closed. If I do push that, it's started the wee motor up and opened that vice. Okay, I'll try and set it up so you can see roughly what's happening. So that's in the manual cycle. The vice is open, and if vice open, if I push this to close the vice, basically it does a quick bleep and then a wee while, then the light comes on, but it takes the power away from that wee vice motor. And the vice itself doesn't close. If I do manually touch that relay, I can get it to close, etc. That wee motor for the vice when it is in the open position is travelling clockwise. So basically, yeah, I can't get it to close in that manual position. If I pull the trigger, select speed. So here we go. So there's the manual operation, but it's not closing that vice. So that's still in open position. But if we go to semi-auto, everything's working well. So at the moment the vice is open, I pull the trigger, vice closed, then it's cut, and vice open. So it's working correctly there. I'll show you that again. Vice close, then it's cut, and vice open. So I'll take you to the auto cycle. Vice is closed, open at the moment, and I'll push go for the auto cycle. So vice closes, comes down, goes up, but the vice doesn't open. But it should be opening because the opening light's coming on here. Now, if I was to manually push that relay, then I managed to manually get it to open even though that light's on. So if I push close now, it does close, but if I push open, it's showing the light up here, but it's not opening. But if I do manually push that relay, it does open. So we'll go back to manual again. So at the moment it's in the vice open position, and I push that and it stops it. If I manually push the relay, it closes the vice, but turns the motor off, and then if I push that, it opens it. So you can manually operate those relays to get them to do their job. So my guess is that it's not getting the signal to them. But anyway, any help would be much appreciated. Thanks, guys.